Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back. Or if you're new, my name's Sanjot. I'm the owner of Film and Cookies. Act like it's a big company, but it's not. I'm trying to be an aspiring cinematographer, videographer, small business owner. And today in the video, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about my first music video experience and being on set of that and what I learned and what I want to tell you guys about and how it all went. So if you think you'd like the video or videos like this, leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like this and anything else, really subscribe. All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about how I got this opportunity and how did I get on set for the very first time. How did the shoot go and what did I learn while I was there? So let's get into it. So how I got this opportunity. It's kind of a long story, not really, but to grow my business, I was sending out cold emails to a bunch of studios, clients, or potential clients, brands, things like that, to build a clientele or to get some clients that I can work with. And one of the agencies or video production companies that I did email was DF Media Productions, here located in Brampton, just like me. It's a little city in Toronto, Canada, if you don't know. And an amazing person named Derek gave me a chance, and he spoke to me. I went over to his studio, amazing guy. And we got to talking and just let him know if he ever needed an extra hand to let me know, shoot me a message. So some time went on and he actually messaged me and he let me know, hey, there's a music video shoot happening and he needed some extra hands on it. And pretty much my job there was just to be like a gaffer, anyone to help out with anything, really. So setting up things, taking things down, moving things around, helping with lighting, whatever it might be. It was my first experience, and I let him know that I haven't been on set much, but it is something I want to do, and it's something I want to learn more of, and this was how I got the opportunity to actually do it and actually have a chance to be on set. So throughout the video, I'm going to be showcasing a bunch of photos. I don't know if I have any videos or if I can show any, but anyways, throughout the video, I'm going to be showing a bunch of photos that you guys can see from behind the scenes and me speaking about the day and how it went. And going to that, here's how the day went. Here's how it started. Start time for the day was 8 a.m. at TD Music Hall in downtown Toronto. It's right across the street from some hospital. I don't remember which one. I think for me, it was about 9 or 9:30 was a call time. And I got there a little bit early just so I can see the set and how it was going. And pretty much what the day entailed was we had two sets that we were going to be shooting at. One was in the dressing room. I believe it was on the 5th floor. And then one was on one of the stages that they have at the music hall. And that was, I believe, on the 4th floor. Whatever, that doesn't matter. So when I got there, I met Derek and I met a bunch of other people, awesome, that were on set. So our crew for the day when I got there was pretty small. I'm saying that like I've been on set a bunch of times, but it was only a few people. So it was myself helping out with small tasks wherever I can. Derek was a producer. We had Michael as our director. And we also had Maddie as our DP. That was leading everything camera related. And of course we did have the talent Shakura, who was the star of the music video, and of course the artist herself for the music video Do Done, or Do Done was the song name itself. And then we also had a lovely makeup artist who was part of the video, Roxanne. So like I mentioned before, I had the opportunity of helping on set with whatever I could. So when I first got there, it was mainly just putting things away, packing some boxes up or some bags, putting them on a little trolley, taking them down to the car or bringing some things up from the car, to then later helping with camera setup, getting the lenses for the DP, whatever it might be, and then even pulling focus later in the day, which I can go into. So the gear did seem extensive, but what do I know? It might have not been anything crazy, just because it was my first time on set, or on a real set maybe. But what we had was our main camera was an FX6, our secondary camera that was on a gimbal was an FX30, and then the lenses that were used for both cameras were Iron Glass MK2 Soviet rehoused lenses. I only know this because I asked the DP and they told me these were the same lenses that were used for Batman, Dune 2, and all those movies. And honestly, I love those movies and how it was shot, the lighting, the look of it was just something amazing. So really being around those people and those lenses and that equipment put me in a setting of, wow, we're actually on set, and I'm learning a whole bunch on the first day and even the first like couple of hours that I was there. So the first set entailed being in the dressing room, and we got this set up before the artist, of course, was ready to go inside. We had some time to do it. Something that I did learn for the first time really was how dependent we had to be on, you know, the structure of the building. And since it was a unionized area or building, however you want to say it, we weren't able to plug anything in until the person from the union was there at 11 a.m. And until then, everything had to be battery powered. So you can imagine just setting up any of the big lights on the side, fill lights, key lights, whatever it might be, we had to battery power them at the start. And then we were able to plug them in once we could get the shoot done, or at least started. So when we were setting things up, we had the lights set up, we were getting the camera set up and all the focal lengths and, you know, lighting that the DP wanted and liked, and we were getting everything keyed off to the side and making sure we had the lighting that we liked, with the help of course, Michael, the director, who was giving us direction in terms of what to do. Something that I did notice on the first set was the lighting, and it was great how it looked. But I did notice that some of the lights did die, and we weren't able to plug anything in until it was time for the musician to come here and be on set, Roxanne. So during that was something that did seem kind of off. I was kind of surprised that the batteries weren't charged for the, I think it was a Pavlo tubes that we were using. We had two set up of different colors, just to have like a hair light on the side, like I have here right on the side, you can see. And then also something that threw me off was the last minute angle changes for the camera and lens choices. We seemed to have everything set up, and then all of a sudden we added a second camera, which was on the gimbal, which I had no idea was happening. And then also the lenses had to change. I noticed that Roxanne was kind of getting a little bit annoyed at it, but again, she was professional, she was great, super nice to everybody, and everyone was doing great, and we were all happy to be there. But something that threw me off was the angle changes and the lens changes and choice, and adding a second camera and having to change the lighting a little bit just because of that second camera, which happened all super quick. We were able to do it within, I believe, 5 to 10 minutes. But it was something that threw me off, and I didn't really know why it was happening, but it was something that I learned. So set 2 of the day, we were at the stage. So after getting all of our shots on set 1, even though we were running a tad behind, we were able to crank everything out as quick as possible. Roxanne was great, we got everything that we needed, and we were able to move on to the second set. So the second set was in the performance hall at TD Music Hall, and we were able to transfer all the equipment down as quick as possible. Me and anyone else that was there, we packed everything, got it down really quick. The camera we didn't take apart just because of timing. The DP kept the camera on the rig, on the tripod itself, and kind of carried it with them all the way down. We made sure obviously the lenses were off, things like that, you know, super expensive. Setup for it wasn't too long. We got it set up pretty quick, but again, the lighting kept changing. And this was something that was kind of a reoccurring theme. I don't know why, but it was something that was happening. The director and the DP having their own thoughts on the lighting and what should happen. And this is something that I learned, is the dynamic between a DP and a director, and even the producer, and everyone having a say in what might or what it should look like. That was something I was learning as I was there. Of course, as someone who's new on set, I don't really have much of a say, and I'm totally okay with that, but just learning and the behind the scenes of it was something that really gave me some insights. And then shooting on time, again, we were a little bit delayed just because of the lighting and getting things set up again last minute, but once we were on a roll and we started going, everything started to click just super quick. And during the shoot, we were moving from, you know, static from far, getting the wide shot, and then coming up close with the gimbals and getting a dolly set up as well to get a nice smooth transition in to Roxanne during one of the performances. It was something super awesome to be a part of and to learn and to just be there. It felt like we were a big team, and we got everything done that we needed to, and it was something awesome to be a part of. So during the shoot, we got everything done. It was awesome. What were my personal experiences as I was there? So like I mentioned before, this was probably my second time actually on set. First time was during my day job with the client, and because they were my actual client, I was allowed to go on set, and you know, I acted as somewhat of a producer, you can say. But this time was for my company, Film and Cookies, and representing myself there as someone. And what was my experience there? Honestly, I loved every second of it. Even though we didn't eat much, it was a long day. It was not really that long. It was like 8 hours, maybe a little bit longer. A lot of running around, setting things up, me not really doing a lot of the filming, but just being the support in the back. I loved every second of it, and I'll do it again. Some things that I learned is really from small things to big things. And the small things go from organizing bags and putting cables where they should be and keeping bags close for whatever we might need on hand, and what we might not need, put it back in the car for a couple hours, to how long it takes to setting up a shot. From, you know, people that might not know, setting up a shot with different angles or even lighting situations can really take a long time. And this is something that I took in when I was there. And, you know, some shots I was thinking, why is this taking 45 minutes to set up? But really paying attention to what they're doing, what the DP is doing, the director, what they're speaking about, you know, small glares that are happening that I didn't catch first, to, you know, things like that. to also understanding how the dynamic works between a producer, a director, a DP, whoever else is on set, and just, you know, getting everyone's input in terms of what might work best and how it might work and how we can do this to make something better, to make something look great. So on the day of the shoot as well, I wasn't expecting to do a lot, to be honest. I was expecting, you know, just do the little work, you know, the stuff that no one wants to do, pack things away, cables, all those things I mentioned before. But I did get to do some other things that I wasn't really expecting. And one of them was swapping lenses with the DP and helping him pick some lenses. Again, this is my first or second time on set, so I haven't really dealt with, you know, big lenses or expensive lenses like that. And it was pretty cool to, you know, learn from the DP in terms of naming conventions and how we handle them and terminology of giving lenses over to one another. It was something new for me and something that I never experienced, and it was just awesome. And then another thing I got to do, which is sick, honestly, and I loved it, was pulling focus. So Derek asked me, hey, can you pull focus for the DP? Maddie, because it is a moving shot from, you know, the stairs going to the center stage, and the focus is going to change. We can't trust, obviously, autofocus on it. They have a whole rig set up on the lens to pull focus on this little dial machine. I don't even know the name of it. I just used it. And I said, yeah, 100%, let me do it. And so me and Maddie did it on the main camera, and Derek and someone else that was on set was doing it for the other camera, the secondary camera, the gimbal. So I got to pull focus for the very first time on a shoot. It was honestly really fun and really cool, because just looking on the monitor itself and really trying to dial it into what you think works. And it was pretty cool because on the dial there were settings you can put or markers where once you get to that certain marker, the dial will vibrate and you know, okay, cool, you have your focus to what you set it to before. So just doing things like that, just learning a bunch in terms of what I was able to do and what they trusted me with to do. So some key takeaways that I wanted to go over from being on set for the very first time as someone from my own company, Filming Cookies, and supporting a music video in any way, shape, and form that I could, is that it takes a team effort to make something great. For me, right now, personally, I make everything myself. I shoot myself, I edit myself, I light myself, I do everything myself. It is a lot, but I'm learning and learning and learning. It was awesome, but when you're on set, you really notice how much of a team effort it takes, from something small like running a cable and taping it down, to swapping lenses, to making sure the lighting is right, setting up the lights, to makeup, whatever it might be, little details. It all takes a team effort. It can be a team of 5 or 6 like it was for us, or it could be a team of 30 if you're on a bigger set. And it's something that I learned, and it's something that's pretty awesome that, you know, it's something I took away from what I'm not used to. And honestly, I love every second of it. I love being a part of that team, and it felt great. And another thing to take away from this, from my experience, and to share with you, anyone else who might be wanting to have the same experience or is hoping they can do it, is be like a sponge, honestly. Don't think you're above anyone just because of whatever you might have done in the past or anything like that. For me, I haven't done much, honestly. I've done videos here and there and some work that I'm really proud of, but really be a sponge. It just makes it so much easier for everyone working with you and you working with them, and just to learn. Ask as many questions as you feel comfortable with. I try to ask as many as I could whenever anyone had some downtime, and learning with, you know, what is this, or what does this do, or how do I use this, or why are you guys using these lenses, why are you using this camera? Just to all those little things. And honestly, it was great. It was an experience I wouldn't change for anything else, and I'm hoping I could do more with Derek and DF Media, or, you know, anyone else, and hopefully building my own and making my own sets and calling people there to shoot some awesome commercials or whatever it might be. But anyways, that was me jibber jabbering. Hope you enjoyed the images that were on screen and my little story, and I hope it could help you get to wherever you need to get to, or learn a little bit and come on that journey with me. Anyways, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this or keep watching stuff similar to this, subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I actually really care, and I respond to all the comments as much as I can. And let's get a conversation going. Anyways, enjoy your day. See ya.